this is one of the reasons why I love doing the show. I get to meet some of my heroes. And this is the man right here. The man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Michael Beck. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing very well. How are you?
So I wonder if you can take me back and let me know, how did you get involved with the Warriors? Did you audition? How did that come about?
I was a young actor in New York, and everybody in kind of our age range, auditioned for this movie. But I had gone to drama school and worked in theater for 5 years in the UK and Britain, and had come back to New York. So the casting agents that were casting the Warriors, they knew me as this kind of Shakespearean-trained actor who they could not fathom me as a New York street gang kid, so they wouldn't submit me to Walter Hill for the movie. But I had done an independent film the year before in Israel, and it was my first film, and it was Sigourney Weaver's first film. Walter was a producer on Alien, screened that movie to see Sigourney, and saw me in the lead in that movie, and got me the audition. So it was a roundabout way, but meant to happen, I think.
Yeah. Now, did you have to train for like fight scenes or anything like that, martial arts or anything like that, to get involved in it?
Yeah. Well, what happened was Craig Baxley, who was the stunt coordinator, he came to New York from California probably about a month before we started principal photography, and he took all of us, all of the Warriors and anybody who was going to be involved in fight sequences, taught us how to throw punches, how to take punches, do all of that stuff, and start on some of the simple choreography so that by the time we got to shooting those scenes, we were proficient in stunt fighting. So, yeah.
Now I wonder if you can tell us what kind of reception did the movie get when it came out? Was it a hit? I mean, the people didn't get it. What was the whole vibe?
Well, when it first opened, I think February the 9th, so almost 44 years ago this month, it opened, and it was the top grossing film for that week. Then, unfortunately, on the East Coast, I think it was in the Boston area, and then in Southern California at a drive-in, rival gangs went to see the movie, and in each of those incidents, one kid was shot in California, he died, and another kid was killed in a gang confrontation on the East Coast. So those two, tragic incidents kind of really put the movie into a tailspin. Paramount, kind of pulled all the advertising, and so the movie really only ran for about 3 weeks a month. Then, with, VHS and cable in the mid-'80s, it had this resurgence, and through that became this cult classic movie. Yeah, so it's crazy.
Speaking of cult classics, I think it's a cult classic. You started another one of my favorite movies. I don't even know why it's one of my favorites. Oh, well, actually, I do, because of Leo Newton-John.
Yeah, there you go.
Xanadu. So I want to know, how did you get that particular one?
Well, the same producer, Lawrence Gordon, was the producer for The Warriors and for Xanadu. So that's how I ended up in that part.
Now, of course, unfortunately, we lost Olivia Newton-John.
Yep.
Tragic. So I wonder if you can tell us, what was it like to work with her, meeting her? For those of us who were not fortunate enough to meet her, what was she like?
She is exactly who you hoped and wished her to be. She was kind, down to earth, generous to a fault, a consummate artist, and just the real deal. She was a real lady. She was a sweetheart.
Yeah, and also, of course, you got to be in the movie with Gene Kelly, a legend at that time. What was he like?
Gene Kelly, as you would imagine, thoroughly professional, but just a gent. And I'm sitting there. I grew up on a farm in Arkansas. Singing in the Rain is still my favorite musical, and I'm sitting on Venice Beach with Gene Kelly, pinching myself, going, this can't be real. Yeah. I lived in New York at the time when I did that movie, and Thanksgiving came up. He invited me to come to his house and spend Thanksgiving with his family. True gent.
Yeah, beautiful. Now, why don't you tell us about the legacy of the Warriors? Did you think this movie would become such a cult classic that to this day people just have a certain love for it.
You know, there's no way that anybody can predict that. We were just talking about it having a short initial run. Had that movie run its course and no controversy come up, and it had been a semi-successful or successful movie, I don't think it may have gone the track that it did, because it became this kind of underground thing that grew into that. But none of us at the time, we were young actors glad to have a gig and pay the rent, and hopefully it was going to move us up the ladder, but no idea that it would turn into.
What can I say? Michael Beck, thank you very much.
You are so welcome.
Yeah,
you
thank
take
you,
care.
brother. Maybe one day I'll become an honorary warrior. I don't know. Thank you very much.